All right, now we start with the forecast tonight. We have weather impacts right now through the weekend, as well as something to watch out for in the tropics. I'm Jane Monreal.
And I'm Nick Sturdivant. Let's get right over to meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees, who's been busy keeping her eye on things in the tropics. So, Brittany, you have an update for us. What can you tell us?
Yeah, new forecast track, which does include a lot of the Carolina coast. And I want to remind folks that while Helene's anniversary, of course, is tomorrow, and this is where it was on this time last year, this is not going to be anything like Helene. This is now dubbed potential tropical cyclone number 9. And I know that name in itself can be very confusing to folks, but what it essentially means is that the National Hurricane Center historically in the past cannot issue watches and warnings unless there's a depression or a named storm or a hurricane. But to prevent people who could be impacted from not finding out until later, right, they have now dubbed systems that have not yet become a depression or named storm as potential tropical cyclones. So this is their way to get information out much quicker. So again, I know it's annoying sometimes. We get comments all the time, and I know it's a new thing. It only started a few years ago, but I would just classify this in your brain as our next tropical depression or named storm. And as of right now, there is very high confidence through Monday that this system will be just off the Carolina coast. You can see Jacksonville all the way toward Wilmington area currently in that forecast track. But notice how wide the track gets as we get closer to day 4 and day 5. The wideness of this track versus what we had last year, look at Helene, how skinny that track is because of lower confidence in the long range forecast. We've talked about this for a few days now. There's an upper level low that is trying to pull this storm closer to the coast in the Carolinas, while Umberto, the other hurricane that we have, will be trying to pull it away. So there's still a lot of question marks. If you have friends or family in this area, we are in ready stage for most of the coast. I would say from pretty much Virginia all the way down to Florida. But if your friends or family members are anywhere from Savannah to Wilmington, I think we're at this point where we're in the set, right? We're inside the forecast cone or close, planning and preparing and evacuating only if told to do so. So make sure you got your eyes, your ears open, especially because this track is going to change. It's not a maybe, it is going to change. So stay tuned to the forecast. Again, now that we're 3 to 5 days out, mainly coastal parts there of both North and South Carolina.